It's the moment Beaver fans have been waiting for. Tonight, OSU announces their official new sports logo.
And who's the most talented of them all? We have the results from the MUPC's OSU Has Talent.
Finally, students are walking a labyrinth of serenity to calm those pre-final nerves. We'll have all that and more on tonight's episode of the Beaver News.
Good evening and welcome to your final Monday night edition of the Beaver News for winter term. I'm Brittany Mangold.
And I'm Cody Stover. We're glad you could join us tonight. Tonight's top story, OSU Athletics reveals a new Beaver Sports logo. During the broadcast of this show, Oregon State Athletic Department is currently hosting the big reveal of the new Beaver Athletic logo and brand at the CH2M Alumni Center.
OSU's campus was abuzz in early February after a photo depicting a rumored new Beaver athletic logo was leaked to the internet. The leaked logo, which features a sleeker, more aggressive beaver, moves away from the more current-like cartoon beaver logo. This rumored image has been met with mixed reviews from the OSU community, as well as a controversy on whether or not it was a hoax. But that's all being put to rest tonight at the CH2M Alumni Center with an unveiling ceremony.
Tonight, several current OSU football players will showcase the new logo, as well as several new uniforms that the team plans to implement this fall. OSU has also redesigned Benny Beaver and has now given the mascot an upgrade. At this time, the Beaver News can confirm that the image that has garnered so much attention over the past month is the new official Beaver logo.
If you would like to know more about this event, OSU Athletics has arranged a live stream of the unveiling available at osubeavers.com.
Many questions remain on the horizon. How will Beaver Nation respond to these redesigns? Will current OSU gear become collectible? What will this redesign mean for sales at the OSU bookstore? The Beaver News will have more on this story as more information becomes available. So what's your opinion on the new logo, Brittany?
Well, I am a traditional type of girl, so I really enjoy the classic Benny the Beaver. But, I mean, if this is what they decided, then I'm sure everyone will just go with it. What about you?
I have to agree. I like the old cheesy Benny, but more and more colleges around the nation are going for this more new age kind of look, and I think we're heading in the right direction with that. Talented individuals were met by a full house on Friday as the MU Ballroom played host to MUPC's annual OSU Has Talent show.
From vocals to hip-hop and even some martial art maneuvers, this year's talent show definitely amazed the audience with skill and expertise. Beaver News reporter Hayden Wilcox has the story.
From martial arts to magic,
number one. Nothing in tube number
from stand-up to dance around, this year's OSU Has Talent had something for everyone. Starting off the night, the Nerd Herd aimed to bring rhythm and style with a classic.
It was just there's different types of dance in that song, and I wanted to show that we could do all the types.
Batman would be proud.
But it was the Mushu Kung Fu team that got the judges' blood pumping.
I really liked the guys dancing around with the weapons, the samurai swords and everything. That was pretty talented. Dangerous. I was scared.
And magician Harrison Pride shared that the judges weren't the only ones sweating.
I'm a little bit nervous. I constantly have to visit the bathroom.
Nothing in tube number
Despite his nerves, Pride's hysterical multiplying bottles trick left everyone wanting more.
Again, there's nothing in tube number one, and there is nothing in tube number two.
Magic is very angle dependent, especially when it's on stage, and so the fact that there's this weird left front, three people just glaring me down, probably going to look directly at my hands the entire time, is going to be interesting.
Hand, you have to keep in mind that you have to hide an extra bottle inside of the tubes. Really, as much as it's great to have a bunch of bottles, you need a couple of glasses in order to get it done. So where did everything go?
I thought it was a talent show and thought I paid to watch our magic shows.
I was disappointed that you didn't pour me a drink. I mean, that's the only thing I could...
But ultimately, it was the dry wit of stand-up comic Tyler Ligon who stole the show.
So never put a condom in a shrink-eating oven, especially if you're wearing it. This guy knows what I'm talking about right here.
I've been working on this for years, and it feels really good to actually get something out of it. I know, I saw the giant check, and I was like, I need that, just so I can put this in my room.
That was, I think, some of the most fun I've ever had performing. It was a great audience, and everyone says they had a real good time watching it, so I'm happy.
This has been Hayden Wilcox for the Beaver News.
When the Beaver News asked what Tyler was going to do with his winnings, he joked that he was going to have to find a giant ATM to cash his giant check. So Cody, do you have any talents?
I play a little piano and sing a little bit, but nothing quite like the talent show.
Oh yeah.
How about you?
No, I wish I was musically gifted. The only thing I can do is make really awesome animal calls.
Well, that might not get you anything at the talent show, but it's a good skill to have.
Thanks, Cody. Do you feel sluggish because you haven't been able to make it to the gym recently? Well, you may not be as out of shape as you think. A recent study by OSU researchers concluded that small daily activities, such as biking to work and taking the stairs, can have the same benefits as working out at a gym. Professor of Exercise and Sports Science Brad Cardinal and OSU alumnus Paul Loprenzi conducted the study by analyzing data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey from 2003 to 2006. Cardinal and Loprenzi found equal health benefits from small bouts of exercise compared to long bouts, as long as the exercise added up to 150 minutes per week. The three biggest health benefits from short exercises were reduced blood pressure, small waist circumference, and reduced cholesterol.
With just 1 week to go until Dead Week, the stress levels among students are on the rise. However, Westminster House of OSU's United Campus Ministry, also known as WestM, provided a way for students to relax and clear their minds today in the MU Quad. WestM set up its Labyrinth Walk today in MU 109, as it does on every first Monday of the month. The Labyrinth is essentially a therapeutic maze that allows its users to enter into a state of calm and deep thought while gradually moving towards the center of the maze. The Labyrinth is a spiritual tool, but the Labyrinth walks put on by WestM are non-sectarian, meaning they aren't specific to a single religion. These relate to many different practices of prayer and spirituality.
And increased stress usually means poor dietary choices, which means comfort food and a lot of it. However, OSU's Nutrition and Dietetics Clubs hopes to change all that. Starting tomorrow, the Nutrition and Dietetics Club will be hosting a 2-day event in celebration of National Nutrition Month. Tomorrow from 10 to 2:30 in the MU Quad, students can play games, get free food, and learn about ways to avoid unhealthy choices. Tomorrow, guests representing healthy living companies will provide samples of their products and explain their nutritional benefits.
If you haven't noticed, Oregon State is a campus devoted to sustainability, with 13 buildings on campus meeting LEED Silver certification or higher. But the focus on sustainability extends beyond architecture. The University Dining Services Department held an open forum today with a goal of gaining ideas to create a more sustainable food environment at OSU. The forum, called Focus on Food, took place in the MU Council Room and allowed students, the ones who deal with the dining center systems every day, to give input on how sustainability could be improved. This represents yet another way Oregon State is making efforts to create a more sustainable and earth-friendly campus environment.
Imagine being falsely convicted, then sentenced to live out your remaining years on death row. This Thursday, Juan Melendez and Greg Wilhoit will tell their story of how they spent years on death row until they're finally exonerated. This seminar will be held on Thursday at 3 p.m. at the LaSalle Stewart Center. Attorney Peter Fay will also share his experience representing defendants in capital trials. Surviving Death Row is a free event open to the public, co-sponsored by the School of Public Policy.
Have you ever wanted to test drive a tattoo? Getting something that will be on your body permanently is a big step for a lot of people. But what if there was a way to try out a design before inking it onto your skin? On Wednesday, Delta Phi Omega Sorority and the Asian Pacific Cultural Center hosted Henna Night. OSU students were invited to come and learn about henna tattoos, which are an important part of many Asian and Pacific cultures. This event was held in MU Room 206 from 5 to 7 p.m.
OSU campus is no stranger to construction, and now the Samaritan Health Services plans to build a sports medicine facility. OSU and the nonprofit Healthcare Network have signed a letter of intent for the construction of a 10,000 square foot building. Samaritan physicians and OSU athletics have been working together for years, and this building will enhance that service to Beaver athletes. The building will create internship opportunities for exercise and sports science students, as well as provide room for research projects. Construction for the estimated $2 million building is expected to begin in fall.
There are hundreds of posters on bulletin boards all over campus, advertising various causes and events. But you may have noticed one that carries a slightly more unique message. The art department has placed flyers all over campus in regards to someone who has apparently lost their pants. The art department has been holding a pair of Calvin Klein jeans ever since the owner lost them on Valentine's Day outside their offices in Fairbanks Hall. No form of identification was found in the pair of size 42s, but the pockets did contain a lanyard with various keys and a flash drive. The art department hopes that the owner will come claim this pair of blue jeans, as it is currently taking up all of their lost and found space. But they ask that the owner be wearing pants upon entering their offices in 106 Fairbanks Hall. Well, before we end our final Monday night show of the term, let's once again turn it over to Milan Laurent, our Monday Night Sports Report.
Thanks, Cody. Baseball season is here. OSU and the Beavers are starting off the season strong. The 5th-ranked Oregon State baseball team continued their hot streak and remained undefeated after completing a 4-game sweep of Bryant University at home this weekend. Friday night, the Beavs cut it close, but won 2-1 in extra innings. Saturday's doubleheader brought loads of excitement to Goss Stadium. They opened the day with a 7-2 victory and finished with another 3-1 win. Sunday afternoon, the Beavers shut out the Bulldogs and won in a dominating fashion, ending with a 14-0 final. Sophomore Michael Conforto contributed in a huge way with 7 runs batted in, his first career Grand Slam, and a 3-run homer. The Beavers are now 12-0 for the 4th time in school history, and the 12-game win streak marks the team's longest since the 2007 team, who went on to win the World Series, won 12 straight in late non-conference action. And in other sports news, the men's wrestling team competed in Tempe, Arizona for the Pac-12 championships this weekend, taking home the title for the 2nd consecutive year and making it their 3rd title in the last 4. OSU dominated the meet with 158 total points. Chad Hankey, Mike Mangrum, and Taylor Meeks all won individual honors in their weight classes. This was the 2nd consecutive title for Mangrum, but Hankey and Meeks is first. With this victory, the number 9 ranked Beavers head into NCAA championships March 21st through the 23rd in Des Moines, Iowa. Oregon State will send at least 7 members, including Mangrum, Sakaguchi, and Pena, Weishoff, Vinson, Meeks, and Hankey. Good luck at Nationals, Beavs. And for a more in-depth analysis of all your favorite Beaver sports, be sure and tune in to the Beaver Sports Show, which airs Thursday nights at 8 p.m. right here on KBVR.
Thanks, Milan. Well, that's all the news we have for you tonight. I'm Cody Stover.
And I'm Milan Laurent. We're glad you could join us tonight.
Be sure to join us tomorrow night for our final Tuesday night edition of the term. For more of your Beaver news, be sure to find us on Facebook, watch us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter @Beaver News. Have a good night.